welcome to the Patreon page. I hope we have some people on the Patreon page today, because literally been very, very busy tonight, moving over from one stream to another. But as you can see, same studio. So get involved in the live comments. We're not doing a quiz tonight, I must just say that. I mean, I can speak openly now. It's been a hectic 24 hours in relation to YouTube and the United Stand. We've had to change things around. The Goldbridge channel will now take on the 8 o'clock live stream, and we're having to do pre-records on the normal channel at the moment because we actually had a video taken down at the weekend for hate speech, which has actually suspended us from doing live streams on the United Stand, which we are appealing, but I've got no idea what was said. I've got no idea what was said. The only thing I can think of is the video that it was on was when we were talking about the death threats for Jose Mourinho on Instagram, and that's the only thing that is on that video. It's the end of season awards video, so that's the only thing we can think of. But YouTube are adamant that we've broken their policy guidelines around hate speech, so we may never get live streaming capability back on the United Stand for, I think it's 3 months. So we've had to adapt to that. But actually, the positive of it is that the live stream we did on my channel tonight, I think, was longer and more relaxed and more interactive, which is much harder to do on the United Stand channel now. And I think that it also allows us on the United Stand to do more short-term content, so short-form content, specifics, which we've done. So we'll see how it goes. But as I said, the United Stand is not just about YouTube anyway, and I must admit I'm not very happy with YouTube in relation to that. And we may start doing things via Patreon and other areas over the next few months anyway. So very, very interesting. Matthew, I've got absolutely no idea what it's about, and like most things, it's like getting blood from a stone when you actually want to speak to somebody at YouTube about anything, because there's so many channels out there, and they obviously haven't got the staff to deal with it. But it is what it is, and we can still, we'll just adapt. But it's left a bad taste in my mouth, because I'm like, we're a verified big channel on YouTube, and to be treated like that's not great. And it just makes you think, you know what? Maybe we start to look at other things. I mean, we could end up just being exclusively on Patreon, $2 a month. It's not a lot, is it, for all the content that we do? Luke Swills says he booked a week off work to do the quiz. Sorry, Luke. I really am feeling guilty about that. I'm really sorry, and we'll do it on Thursday night instead. But I've just literally been so busy today trying to sort things out that not had the time to do anything around setting up a quiz. So Facebook's is a shout as well, Aaron. But I didn't want to just not do anything, because the Patreon page is very, very important to the United Stand, and we get a lot of ideas and we get a lot of interaction with you guys. So yes, I did want to just go live for a few minutes to explain the situation as to why we're not doing a quiz, but we will do one. And sorry, Luke was being sarcastic. Thank God for that. I thought it's been one of those days, Luke. Hardly got any sleep last night because it came in last night. Was trying to sort some stuff out with it, and we'll do the quiz on Thursday night. Robert says it's a better night anyway. So just a little bit weird, really, a little bit weird. But it does highlight that when you've got your eggs all in one basket, it can leave you a little bit susceptible to stuff like that. And you know what? How many hours of live streaming have we done in the last? Well, not even live streaming. How many hours of content does the United Stand churn out over a week? Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of stuff. So, how many words do I say? How many sentences do I say? I suppose at some point it was inevitable we were gonna, flag up for something. But as I said, I was watching that video back because I've got it saved, and I cannot see anything on there that would make me think that's hate speech. But I think it was around the Instagram thing, because I remember going on about he's had death threats, but even in that I said that's too far, but people should have a right to express their frustration. But I said death threats too far, but maybe they feel that mentioning that word in that situation, I don't know. Cameron, no, it's YouTube these days, especially in light of that, was it Leon Paul or whatever his name is, they've got teams and teams of people assessing videos now. We get quite a lot of videos like Paul's fan cam. never gets monetized because of the language. So they've got loads and loads of things tracking videos these days. So they've got their own policies and guidelines. So now it's not even that. It's not even that. YouTube has been known to put more priority in channels whose political opinions don't lie with theirs. Doesn't surprise me that they put silly warnings on channels for no reason at all, says Matthew McFadden. Luke is right. Maybe it was when I said Martial was better than Neymar. And Kevin O'Callaghan says the thought police are coming. To be honest with you, though, some of the research we've been doing today, I mean, lots of people have had this happen to them, so it doesn't surprise me. Jay Colthurst says, how many positions need improving to bridge the gap? I see right back, left back, centre midfield, attacking midfield, striker, and keep Martial. Right back, left back, centre midfield, attacking midfield, striker, and keep Martial. I'd love to keep Martial. I don't think we'll get a striker, although I would like to see us get a backup striker. Left back, if Luke Shaw goes, will be Sandro, as I said today. Right back, I don't think we'll get one, because I think Fozio Mensa can back up Valencia for a season. And I think we need two centre midfielders, although you could say centre midfielder and attacking midfielder like you have to say. Jose needs to go, says Amit. That would be a start. To be honest, I have turned a page on Jose, to be honest. The very frustrated, obviously, but that's sort of passing now from the FA Cup. I want to forget last season, really. I want to move on from that. And I think the coaching development, as I've said before, it is a real positive. Do I think Martial will leave this summer, says Neil Craig? Yeah. I do. Through gritted teeth, I really actually think he will. And I don't want him to, but I do think he will go. And that's obviously very disappointing, but I think he will want to move on himself. So, I do think he will. Matthew says, depending on where Timbo plays next year, I think we need a right back. Valencia is shocking again. It's like how he was under Van Gaal. I think he was very consistent up until Christmas, and then since Christmas he's been pretty poor. Matthew, I agree. Why are we not pairing Bay and Lindelof, says Cam Yar? I mean, unbelievable. Well, FA Cup final, Eric Bay's fit, Lindelof's fit, and he plays Jones and Smalling. I mean, it's Sir Alex Ferguson's team, isn't it? It's not Jose Mourinho, and his signings and not picking his own signings is weird. I mean, he's already sold Mkhitaryan. Zlatan's obviously left. Bay and Lindelof he won't pick. Pogba's rumoured to be going. I mean, Matic and Lukaku have done well, but it's only year one for them. Where will they be in a year? Dream signing, says Liam McCormack. My dream signing would be to bring Ronaldo back. I've always said that. But also, a dream realistic signing. I think James Rodriguez would do very well at Manchester United. Yeah. Bay has said today, though, positive things talking about next season. So I don't think Bay's going to go anywhere. And Jay, I know Channel 4 have got a full programme dedicated to Salah tonight. What's that all about? I don't know. When they're going to do a video on Phil Jones? I saw a tweet about that earlier. Matthew says that Jose lied about the picking players for World Cup reasons. England squad was already out. No point in playing Jones and Smalling then. Yeah, maybe. I'm just going to have a quick look because a few people mentioning Toni Kroos. Maybe there's something come out about that. Bid submitted for Alexandro, which I've already said about. Can't see anything. I mean, as I said, the Toni Kroos thing, we are going to get a lot of just paper stories to sell papers. Let's not forget they have got to sell papers, and you link Toni Kroos with Manchester United, you're going to sell papers, aren't you? But the reality is, United are not going to be bidding for Toni Kroos at the moment because Real Madrid are going to go sit down. We've got a massive Champions League final on Saturday. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. All right, Aaron R says Toni Kroos is his dream signing. There was somebody said on my stream about it, so I wondered. I haven't read anything for a while. Kevin O'Callaghan, I agree with you. Jones is clumsy and injury prone. Smalling is more stable on his feet and gets his goals at least. Yes. I think Smalling's had a very good season, and I just think that a lot of people don't like Smalling, but I keep Smalling over Phil Jones every day of the week because of the injury proneness. I mean, I don't think Phil Jones has played over half a season for us since we signed him 6 years ago. Luke is off because it's his birthday. Take care, Luke. I think he was only here to try and win the quiz, so I'm sure he'll be back on Thursday. I think Camyar's dream signing was Neymar, but it's Matthew McFadden's nightmare signing, which I can sort of see both sides there. I mean, Neymar would be very, very exciting for Manchester United, but he is Neymar FC. He's not he's not coming here because he loves Manchester United. He'd be coming here because he loves the status, and we've had that happen a lot, haven't we? Barclayal, it's meant to be quiz night tonight. It's basically been shifted to Tuesday night, so we're doing a bit of a Q&A now because I didn't want to not do stuff on the Patreon page. Martial go or Liverpool win UEFA Champions League, says Cameron Whittle, and Neymar will play left back under Jose, says Abbott. I'd replace that whole back four from the FA Cup loss, says Matthew McFadden. Yeah. I mean, you could even replace it without signing anybody. You could have Luke Shaw, Bailly, Lindelof and Fosu Mensah. Do you think signing Sandro would 100% confirm Shaw's exit? Would we also keep Young if not? Ashley Young's definitely going to stay next year, isn't he? He got a new contract. Matthew McFadden, 22 is the highest we've ever had, which is great. Yes, it would definitely lead to the end of Luke Shaw, I believe. Yeah. I mean, I like Alexandro. I really do like him, but I've always wanted Luke Shaw to stay as well. So, but I think Luke Shaw will go for the reasons discussed in the previous stream because it's best for him to do that. Willian for 30 million, says Camyar 1911. That's $1 million for every year of his age. If we sign Sandro, would you swap Shaw for Toby Alderweireld, says Stavros M. I'd swap it, a straight swap. I would do, yeah. I'm more concerned about spending 50 million on a player that's been injury prone for 2 years and he's going to be 29.5 in August. That concerns me, and the short term element of it. But I can't say that I wouldn't be moved because he's a very, very, very good centre back. The issue is, I just think we're being used to bump his price up. I don't think he'll come. I don't think he'll stay in England. I think we get lost in this. We have our own set of rules that Martial can go, but we're not selling him into a Premier League club. Why would Spurs go? Well, Alderweireld can go to Spurs, go to United. They'll be the same. They'll be looking at PSG or somewhere like that. Would you rather Liverpool win the Champions League and Martial go, or the other way round? I'd keep Tony, says Cameron Whittle. I tell you what, I wouldn't. I would let Martial go and Liverpool not win the Champions League. My desire for Liverpool not to win it runs that deep. Luke Swirls, can you watch these vids on YouTube? I wanted to watch last week's quiz. You can't watch them on YouTube because they're not on YouTube. But what you can do is you can go to Patreon, go down our timeline, click on the video, and in the bottom right hand corner is the YouTube thing, which will take you through to YouTube to watch it. So you can do it that way. The only way to go to YouTube to watch any videos that we put up on Patreon is to go into Patreon, go down the timeline to the video that you want to watch, and then click it, and it will play in Patreon, or click the bottom right hand corner and the YouTube, and that will take you into YouTube, and you'll see all the live comments again. I'm not a big fan of Jordan Lukaku, I've got to be honest, of Lazio, Aaron O'Brien. I think he's better on the ball than Romelu, but I don't think he's all that, to be honest. Luke McDermott's only just found out how to get here from the Patreon page. Sorry, Luke, I do always say it normally, but yeah, if you're watching on Patreon and the video's playing, if you click on the video, in the bottom right hand corner there's a YouTube icon, click it and it'll bring you through to YouTube where we've got our own private live comments. Jay, I think Toby Alderweireld and Bailly would be a very, very strong centre-back pairing. I think Umtiti would be as well. I mean, it's a slim chance of getting Umtiti, but if I had... I'll throw it to you. Like, if you had the choice, Umtiti or Toby Alderweireld, which would you go for? 29.5 Alderweireld or Umtiti's 24? 50 million for both. Amit says, I wish we could bring Icardi. Yeah, I love Icardi, but it's not going to happen while Lukaku's at the club. We don't need a world-class number 9. We've got Lukaku. And I'm not saying Lukaku's world-class, by the way. I'm just saying we're not going to buy a world-class number 9 when we've got Lukaku. Although I don't think anything's going to happen with that in the next year or so, but it was pretty clear, wasn't it, that Jose was not happy with Lukaku not playing in the FA Cup final. Cardi's not going to the World Cup, Liam McCormack. No, he's not. EastEnders watch-alongs. Luke, I thought you were off to what for your birthday. If you have a choice, which 3 would you sign out of all the players we are linked with, says Ahmed. I think I'd go with the 3 that I said last week that I think we will sign. Sandro, Milinkovic-Savic and Fred. I think they would give us what we need. And if we're going to sign anybody else, I'd sign a centre-back, yes, top-class centre-back. And if we're going to sign anybody else, maybe bring in a Bale or someone like that. But we have got Pereira and we have got Fosu Mensah coming back, so I'd like them to be given a chance. Yeah, the 11 of players not going to the World Cup is amazing. Absolutely amazing, Matthew. I mean, Nainggolan is gutted, isn't he? Absolutely gutted. Says he's a top player and he's fed up of being judged for his off-the-pitch antics. But how in a million years you would ever think... I mean, I know one's quite small and one's quite tall, but how in a million years would you ever take Fellaini over Nainggolan? It makes no sense at all. Jay says, are you confident about Milinkovic-Savic? I wouldn't say I'm confident. I just think if we want him, we can get him, because we're going to have to want to spend the money. That's the thing. It's whether United want to spend the money on him, because if we want him, Matic is going to be with him at the World Cup. It won't happen until after the World Cup. It's exactly what we need. The fans want him for different reasons to what Mourinho probably wants him, but he ticks both boxes for everybody. So I'm confident we can get him if we want to get him. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end it there because I've still got loads and loads of other things to do. But we will do the quiz on Thursday night. I just wanted to update you. So thanks everybody who's getting involved with the Patreon page. And you know what? In the foreseeable future, this might be where the United stand is on the Patreon page. So for the lucky few people who've started to get on here early, you're very, very welcome. And Bobby Simpson, is there a way to get notifications from Patreon? I only get emails. I don't know. If anybody knows in the live comments, let them know. But what we can do is what we've always done, is we can tell you that categorically we will be on here at 8:30 on a Tuesday and a Thursday live. So to start with, still going to be putting up the Ramble with Robbie. Just check it every day. But yeah, we're definitely going to be building out more here. But as with many things, we just want to start off with a little bit of consistent content. So Tuesday at 8:30 and Thursday at 8:30 on here at the moment, and then any extras is great. But for $2 a month, I think it's pretty good. Most people charge like $5 or $10 a month, and maybe I don't know whether people think we should knock it up or not. But there we go. Thanks everyone. I'll speak to you soon. And Matthew says you get mobile notifications of Patreon posts, but not the videos that are posted. Okay. And Ahmed says the phone app sends him notifications all the time. There you go, there's a phone app then. I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks everyone for watching, and just keep spreading the word about Patreon, because like I say, it's not unrealistic that we'll start doing more and more stuff on here if YouTube keep doing what they're doing. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching.